Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Remember the Flowers. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go! Alrighty. It takes a moment before I can see this guy clearly. It's like a weasel or a ferret. You can never tell the difference. He's wearing an expensive-looking outfit, complete with a jacket and nice pants. Wait, is that a pocket watch in his jacket? Who uses those anymore? My name's Artemis. The pleasure is mine, Mr. Krager. I start to sober up. Look, I'm really not in the mood for a fight. I don't have any money or valuables. Artemis chuckles. That already makes me want to clock him. I think you're misunderstanding me. I actually came to return something to you. Yeah, right. You really are as abrasive as they say. Glad our informants aren't completely useless. He's not very good at hiding his disdain, but that might be what he's going for. The weasel has a pretentious aura around him. What is it that you want from me? That all depends on what you're willing to do. From what I know of you, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, you can have this back. He fishes something out of his coat pocket. I nearly jump when he pulls my axiom out. Where did you get that? From some subordinates I recently fired. I assume you want it back. I don't need to be completely sober to figure out what he just said. This guy is from Resume, and I'm guessing a higher up. He certainly looks slimy enough to work for them. Alright, what's going on here? I've headed up to here with you people. And who could blame you? As I said, I've already let go of the members who assaulted you. I offer my deepest apologies. Artemis lowers his head while offering my axiom. His heart rate is pretty calm. I don't think he's trying to set me up. I quickly snatch it from him and set it back on my arm. I'm thankful that it turns on without a problem. Disregarding the weasel for a moment, I flip through the screens. Yep, money's still there. He wasn't lying to me. Alright, now tell me what you really want. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Resume right now. Again, who could blame you? I assure you that I come with answers to everything that's happened as of late. Right. How did you even know where to find me? Like I said, our informants aren't entirely useless. We figured you wouldn't have gotten far without your axiom. I huff in annoyance. You gonna tell me what's been going on? Absolutely. I believe there was a misunderstanding. Or rather, there better be a misunderstanding. His voice trails off into something I can only describe as cold. I should attempt to take him seriously. Meaning? Do you recognize any of these people? Oh, that's cool. He pulls out his fancy-schmancy axiom. It projects pictures very clearly. Clear enough that I can easily make out Aaron and Kanto. Seeing them is enough to get my hackles up, and a growl escapes my throat. Where was this taken? I take it you're familiar with them. Of course I am. That fat piece of shit threw me out while that smarmy dragon only laughed. What, was the stupid bitch who blew her arm off not around? I can still remember their faces as they threw me out of the inn vehicle, leaving me practically naked and alone to fend for myself. Please calm yourself, Mr. Krager. I just need to confirm some information. Is that right? What then? He raises his brow at me. I think he rolls his eyes before continuing. I take it you're not on good terms. Fuck no. That makes my job easier. I'm not sure if you've picked up on it, but I'm a recruitment officer for Resume, specifically for the militia we're building. Great. Now if I don't follow along, you'll be killed for knowing classified information. Hopefully we won't need to resort to something so savage. I promise that if you hear me out, we won't hold it against you if you decline. Decline what, exactly? I want you to come work for us. Now it's my turn to roll my eyes. And why would I do that? Why wouldn't you? All you have to do is give us your information on this Aaron and Kanto, along with your experiences in that shit stain of a resistance, and you'll be rewarded handsomely. One second, y'all. Water time. My fur starts to settle back down. I know what these fuckers are capable of. I want Aaron and the rest of them to get some payback for what they've done. And yet, I look away for a moment to think. Artemis keeps going. Cyrus Cantwell was taken by them. It gets me to whip my head back. Seriously? Indeed, Clement was killed in the process. In fact, that's why his group attacked you. They thought that you were part of an elaborate setup to help Aaron's faction. As if I'd help. It gives me confidence that you're just what we're looking for. I've heard you have quite a keen nose. Probably would work a lot more if it wasn't smashed in. I am deeply sorry for that. As an act of goodwill, we can go to the hospital in Tensia. I will personally pay for your medical bills, no strings attached. I'm still hesitating to accept him on word alone. He gave me my axiom back, but that was mine to begin with. I shouldn't thank him for something like that. My throbbing eye almost begs me to accept the offer, though. We'll talk more at the hospital then. Happy to be of service, Mr. Kroger. Just call me Lance. Oh boy, that is not good. I stare at myself in the bathroom mirror over and over again. It's been a day since my surgery with Vita, and for whatever reason, I feel agitated still. The sutures aren't super noticeable. They blend in well enough with the shaved hairs, but I can't get over the blatant chunk missing from the back of my head. Vita went too far with the razor. They shave far enough out that you can see it on the side of my head. What part of the brain do they even attach it to? I'm not surprised I didn't use them much. Even with that mild discomfort, I still feel at peace after the experience. Kanto confirmed that they won't be able to find me easily. That's good, at least. One thing gnaws at the back of my mind, though. Shouldn't Lance have ratted everyone out? It would make sense for him to. I'm pretty sure he thinks they screwed him over. At the very least, he could have sold information to make a quick buck. I want to pick Aaron's brain. Although, maybe not. I'm pretty sure Lance is a sore spot for him. Kanto said he was going to be busy for a little while, despite supposedly having time off. That only leads me to... I click the light off and head into my bedroom to message Aaron. Hey, Aaron, mind giving me Rose's Axiom ID? I want to see if we could do some sort of physical therapy today. He doesn't respond right away. I pace around the room while waiting. Sorry for the holdup. I wanted to ask her if it's okay to send it. She said not right now, but she'd be happy to meet you at the base in order to take you to her gym. That okay? I try looking for an emoji section on the screen to give him a thumbs up, but there doesn't seem to be one. Instead, I just reply normally. Sure, that sounds good. I'm gonna find something to eat in the meantime. I wish I could bring something down for you, but I'm stuck at the bar and it's kind of busy. I can try to swing by for dinner. Don't push yourself. I need to adapt to living down here anyway. Have a good day at work. Aaron sends me a small picture of a heart. Wait, so there is an emoji menu. Kai, are there emojis on this thing? Kai beeps. Unfamiliar with the term. They're little pictures you can send while texting. Kai takes a moment to respond. There is a button on the keyboard to access these emojis. Try the bottom left corner. I do as my expensive arm brace commands, and sure enough, a whole slew of emojis pop up. Thanks, Kai. Kai beeps in response. I send Aaron a pink heart back. I gotta say, it's nice being able to just text after all this time. I get my socks and boots on before heading to the break room to make some breakfast. Chapter 10. Adjusting. I find some pre-made trays of food stacked in the refrigerator. Vita told me that they're rations for people wanting to save some cash. Despite being glorified TV dinners, they're actually not bad. In fact, the one I'm eating tastes pretty good. Even though it's vacuum sealed, the meat and vegetables are preserved well. The microwave-like device didn't overcook them at all either. Guess whoever runs this joint is capable of caring for their workers. I assume it's this Tritania that Vita name-dropped the other day. Wonder what they're like. I'd assume relatively decent if they went to all this trouble to fund a covert resistance. I look at the wall while I swirl my mashed potatoes, getting lost in thought. I really should try to find out if Kai has any sort of journal function. Boo! Rose jumps out from below the other side of the table, causing me to sling some potatoes across. I can feel my artificially enhanced heart beat faster. Jesus, Rose, what the hell? Sorry, just wanted to make sure you're still alive. You keep that up and I won't be. I'm not exactly young, you know. Yeah, you're like, what, a bajillion years old? Something closer to 328, I think. Glad to see your sense of humor survived this long. Not. Ha ha. Rose sloppily pulls up a chair and sits with me. Ooh, can I have some? No. Please. Rose, you're a big girl. You can make a tray yourself. I'm hungry. Fine. Rose starts to noisily set up her own food in the microwave. I go back to eating my own. Eventually, I sense that she's right behind me. And mainly due to the fact that she starts poking my shaved head. Whoa, gnarly! You do this yourself? I can tell. She starts to feel the shaved hairs, but then I move my head away. You're not allowed to touch. Vita's orders. Oh, yikes, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still on their shit list. Is it because of the arm you broke? Fuck, is it that noticeable? Rose, you told us about it like a week ago. Oh, whoops. Yeah, my memory's not that great. I can relate. I'm kind of stunned. I barely know this woman, but it seems like we're meshing pretty well. She was kind of nice to me while transporting, I think. I can't recall much, except... Oh, right. The things I wanted to ask. Hey, so... I do have some serious things I wanted to talk to you about. Do you want to wait till we get to the gym? Mm-hmm. The hyena affirms with a mouthful of ham. I rest my cheek on my hand for a moment, sipping some water. If you gave me your ID, you could have texted and told me to make one of those, you know. Rose takes a hearty sip of water before exhaling. Ha! Sorry, Cy, but I still want to be at least a little bit cautious. I'm a bit surprised Aaron gave you his already. Kanto, too. I say it casually, but Rose still looks shocked. He did, too? Yeah, he wanted to put his ID in my Axiom so we could talk if I needed him. Damn. Rose taps the table with one of her mechanical fingers. Well, maybe someday I'll give you mine. I don't really use my Axiom anyway. Where is it? I don't see one. She presents her prosthetic arm to me. There's a port above the wrist. I get this thing repaired like once every few months. Making using it as an Axiom kind of annoying. I just keep everything personal to me at home. Have you thought about just taking better care of it? You'll find that I don't think about a lot of things. Fair enough. Rose finishes scarfing down her tray of food before she takes my half-eaten tray and throws them both away. I wasn't done with that. Sorry, Cy, but we got work to do. She starts gesturing for me to get up. What? Why? Your therapy, remember? Vita sent me over a good routine for you to do for the next few months. I did make some tweaks, though. She starts flexing her metal hand as if she's getting excited. I've been operated on numerous times, but this is the first time in a long while that I've felt an inkling of fear. I assume we'll head to your gym, then. Yepper! Come on, let's go! Okay, give me a sec. I get up from my chair and stretch. Rose takes the opportunity to grab my hand and starts dragging me along. Hey, be careful! Unlike your arm, mine doesn't come off easily. Oh, don't worry. We can fix that. What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Run! Run, poor child! Alright, 1 second, y'all. Let me, drink my water. Sorry, what is that? What is that in my mouth? Okay. Weird. Anyway. Alright. If y'all hear a little faint buzzing in the background, it's because I got an AC unit installed in my room today, so... Yeah, it's nice. Nice and cool in my room. Anyway, Rose keeps me close while we're walking through the town near the base. And she made it a point that I wear Lance's hoodie on the way. Everything okay? Just making sure only the right people see you. We're gonna head in through the back. Every now and then someone talks to her as we walk by. She keeps me on the opposite side of her towards the wall. If this was a bad idea, we could have just done it at the base. Most of the equipment I have is here. It'd be a hassle to bring them back and forth every day. Surprised you don't have a capsule port thing here. You kidding? You know how expensive those are. Not a clue, if I'm honest. Speaking of honesty, do you want some help with your hair later? It looks like shit, no offense. Her bluntness catches me off guard. I can't help but let out an exhale. That's rude, but not wrong. I used to shave my head back in the day, but that was years ago. Good thing you have me. I handle the hair a lot. I handle the hair of a lot of people at work, and some at the gym if I have time. How much do you charge? About 50 plumes, but I'll let it slide for you. You don't have to give me special treatment. I have some cash from Aaron. So, I usually do 75 plumes a session. Are you seriously trying to scam someone who barely has any money? It was worth a shot. Right. Rose starts cackling as she takes me through the back entrance of her gym. Welcome to the inner gym, Cyrus. Run by yours truly. The hyena presents the space with a bit of pizzazz. There are a few people who look our way and wave, but most just stick to working out. For some reason, I start feeling anxious. Don't worry, they're harmless. Well, not entirely. They could probably rip you in half if they wanted. Oh, okay, thanks. Rose snickers before pulling me toward another room. My office is over here. We can go over everything privately before putting you to work.
Alright. Can you cool it with the yakking? With the yanking? I can still walk, you know. That's not what Axel told me. He said he had to carry you home the other day. Hey, come on, it was an emergency. It must have been. He's usually pretty wary about physical contact nowadays. Rose doesn't give me a chance to ask why before she flings me into her office. Be careful, man. Or girl. Well, what do you think? She gives her office the same introduction as her gym. Jazz hands. I think I'm starting to get a headache. It just looks like a normal office, albeit with some new tools strewn about. Not nearly as messy as I would have thought. She has a desk with a bunch of papers on it, along with a couple of ratty couches nearby. It's an office? I don't know what you want me to say. Looks usable, I guess? Glad to hear it. It's also been vacuum sealed from the outside, so no one can hear us. Yeah, why's that? When the gang comes in, we need a place to chat. Aaron's bar has a basement we sometimes use. Rose leans in close to me. Sometimes we have meetings we don't want our boss to find out about. Oh. She stands straight back up and points to the axiom on her prosthetic arm. I want to give you some tips to being secret around here. Number 1, keep in mind the axiom has some of the best protection you'll find. Kanto's tried his damnedest, but even he can't hack into it. Okay. Number 2, keep an eye on body language. We each have a secret sign we use when we need to meet in private. Slow down. Lahina, in fact, does not slow down and continues to list off a myriad of ways to maneuver being outside of the base. This is not the kind of training I had in mind. I just try to nod along without interrupting. You get all that? I got like 25% of it. Better than my tests at school, at least. Don't worry, there's plenty of time. Not like you'll be out and about with us that often. How are you feeling about all this? Are you okay? Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, or tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!